Hey you guys, it's your girl Sarah the One back here with another message. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Substack and here on YouTube. These are the only two platforms I have at the moment. If you are liking the videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you would like more videos, definitely let me know below. If you would like to suggest certain signs you want me to talk about or any certain topics you want me to focus on for the zodiac signs as well, I can do those readings as well too. We are about to get into Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. Yeah. If you want your own readings, astrological, astrological, tarot reading, and also spiritual warfare services, you can email spiritualsasashay@gmail.com services. So we're going to start with our Black Moon astrology. Just doing some deep breaths just to reset my energy a little bit. I come on here and I be chilling. I make sure I get grounded, and then like depending on the zodiac sign, everybody's energy is so different. So Aries, of course y'all are fire signs, so I'm already like feeling the energy. So let me just do a couple deep breaths because y'all crazy. Got my candle going. I did spray some lavender as well, so that should be kicking in to help as well too. Let me see. I was looking for something, but I don't see it. Give me 1 second. Ooh. Okay, here we are. All right. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. We have Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. Any kind of messages they need right now? I guess guidance. I've been doing guidance all week, so let's just keep that thing. What guidance does Aries need? I heard like 3 different songs, and I couldn't even pick one to sing. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. These some big ass cards. I'm gonna take that one. That one's good. I'm gonna take that one too. Hold on. We'll take those 2 that flew out. We have Grand Cross Provoker. We have Venus Love. We have Taurus I Have. Uranus Genius. And 3rd house messages. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I just heard something so rude. I heard "you fool." So I don't know. Did y'all make somebody mad? Are y'all provoking somebody, or is somebody provoking y'all, Aries? Let me do my quick prayer. So Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm getting y'all have been in a certain situation or a situationship with someone. I'm getting that something or somebody is upset about you not paying a debt or not allowing yourself to see them. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all message is coming out really weird. It's not coming out. It's not that I'm not hearing a message, but I'm not hearing a message. So it's giving like I just said, someone saying y'all didn't see something, y'all didn't hear something. I started with "you fool," and I'm not calling y'all a fool, but it's like the energy of that. Cartomancy is also significant, so I'm gonna might pull some Cartomancy too to help me clarify. But also Cartomancy are like my playing cards. Y'all know what Cartomancy is. You can use playing cards as well for divination. And they give you like archetypes and themes that you may be going through at the moment. This could be something about a captain save a hoe, or don't save her, or a gold digger. What popped out? Yeah, 6 of hearts. You are provoked though. You're like upset about the scenario. Ooh, Jack of Spades. That's like a player type energy. Somebody who's young and mature. Usually like a dark haired male. You could be very, he could be very immature with his words and his tongue. He could make like false promises. Six of Spades is here as well too. So it's just giving very much like something wasn't foolproof. Something isn't mature. Maybe you're not mature. You can be a male or female. Maybe whoever you're dealing with isn't mature. Maybe a scenario isn't mature. I heard a quest or a journey isn't mature. Or you're not allowing it to maturize or maturize. And I know I'm saying these words wrong, but that's just how they come out on our channel. Maturation is important, I guess. You know, with maturation, because like I said, this is a young man, not like a king or something like that, or an emperor, which an emperor isn't in this type of deck. But if you know, you know, if you follow tarot messages and tarot cards and things like that. But it's giving very much like you are somewhere and you haven't fully developed. So it's like maybe you're in a certain scenario or scene, or opportunity, or relationship, but for some reason, like, you haven't fully developed, and your ancestors or gods or whatever I'm hearing right now are basically saying like you need to develop, or somebody in your roundabout community, and I heard spirit guides is saying like you need to develop, develop. So I wonder if you've been hearing like missed messages, or you're trying to create something and maybe you're moving too fast on it or too soon on it, and you're not listening to the guidance you're getting. It's something about your resources. You know, Taurus is about the second house, which is about your resources, your beliefs, your values, things that you value, your actual beliefs, things of value, money as well too, material, the material plane, the physical plane, the earth plane, because it's an earth sign. We also have Uranus, which is more of an an elder planet. It's one of the older planets. So it's very high ruling as well. Even if you look at it now, it's giving like, I don't know if Uranus deals with Chronos, but it's making me think of Chronos. If you know, you know. Which is like an elder deity or god from like, I don't know if he's from like Norse mythology or Greek mythology or some sort of, you know, something like that. But it's getting like needing to be this energy, but you're not quite that energy. And it's not saying you're not going to become that energy, but it's like you may need to like take time to study, to kind of grow up a little bit in the situation. But it's definitely about mature. I just keep hearing mature. And maybe that's why there's some sort of provocation or some sort of competition type of energy, or some sort of thing that is kind of like having opposing energy that is going against each other, or like fighting against each other, because it's like it's trying to be resolved or worked out. But like, how can something be worked out if it's not yet quite ready to work out? This also could deal with love, and I heard discipline. So this could be about the structure and discipline that's necessary about a relationship or a co-partnership, or something about a cohabitation. Be sure to come and like and subscribe. It's something about co-partnership, cohabitation. It's just about you and another party, and you could be male or female, take it as it resonates. And it's just about you and another partner creating something. But I'm assuming, from what I can tell with this message, like whether you want to be in the lead or not, you're trying to take lead. And it's not saying you shouldn't be leading, but it's also saying that there still needs to be some maturation that needs to occur for that true role to be fulfilled. Because it's something about you like wanting to feel like a boss, wanting to be a boss, wanting to act like a boss, talk like a boss, walk like a boss. And you're also wanting to have like accolades about the type of work you're doing. Like you want somebody to see you doing. So it's almost giving like a pompous, arrogant energy. That's that Jack of Spades. You can look it up. Y'all can screenshot this, look up these cartomancy cards as well. I always encourage people to look up the cards people pull and just get their own emphasis to your own downloads. It's okay to tap into your own energy to just get you more clarification, because we're doing general messages, and whatever heavier or more messages we feel, if we channel in, let's say like, you know, I pray I get like 100,000 subscribers, right? Let's say I'm channeling for all 100,000 of my subscribers that are coming to be, I'm attracting them, or even if I have them now. Imagine me just think, you know, trying to get all those messages. I'm going to hear the most dominant messages in anything that I just genuinely feel called to share. There's no way I'm going to get every message, but for the most part, we do see, you know, channels that have over 100,000 views and things like that where they all resonate. But at the same time, for you, you may need a little bit more. So for you, Aries, I am encouraging you to look at the details of this message and take it upon you with these cartomancy cards, especially to just screenshot them and look them up or write them down and just put cartomancy 6 of heart, meaning cartomancy 6 of spade, cartomancy jack of spade, and then you'll get more of an inference for your own individual situation. And if you do not feel comfortable, because I never want to tell people to tap into me to any kind of faction or industry or music. I don't know why music came up. Anything if they don't feel quite ready, and music could be the thing we're talking about here, and collaborating with others. And you maybe need to master some things first. You can definitely email me at spiritualoasisashay@gmail.com, and I can help you go into that in further detail with a reading. But yeah, church is significant. Maybe you want to preach, speak out. So it's definitely about using your voice outside of losing it. A lot of times they say if you don't use it, you lose it. And I'm not necessarily saying that this is necessarily the message, but it's just giving like something is not being of use, something is not being refined, something is not being practiced enough, something is not being talked about enough, something is not being researched enough, done enough. Let me see. I heard Morgan. So I'm going to use my Morgan cards. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, Aries. If you want your own reading, be sure to book with me. Email me at spiritualoasisashay@gmail.com. The email address is in the description box below. I always have my email address in the description box below. Let's see. It's definitely some love, though. I heard love is in the air, and I just felt a lot of wave of love. So I don't know. For some of y'all, this is about love. Some of y'all, this is about a creative project. Some of y'all, it's about a partnership. Some of y'all, it's just about your own individual journey and mastering something. This is a very general message, and I guess that's why I have to break down how the messages work, which is why I am channeling the way I'm channeling. Sometimes I give one main message. Sometimes I give 2 or 3, 4 messages within the message. So let's see what the Morrigan, I'm country, the Morrigan has to say, honey. Let's see what she got to say. We have consequences. Oh, damn. So, I'm getting the word like yoni, energy. Whatever you're doing, if you don't do it properly, obviously there's consequences. Obviously consequences for your action. Obviously some sort of like karmic type of energy. Like karma is, of course, cause and effect. Whatever you put out, you will eventually get. Don't think you won't get it. Sometimes you get it in the way you put it out, or sometimes you get it in a whole different way, whether this is good energy or bad energy, right? Take it as it resonates. Whether this is effort or not, or no effort. Whether this is, I should have put in 100 hours, but I only put in 75, if that makes sense. Like, that's what you'll get. This, and in a relationship, it shows, right? You could have a partner who is disgruntled because they feel like you're not doing enough or showing up enough, and over time it shows, whether that relationship falls or just begins to have like a lot of roadblocks. It's very much about maturation, though, so it's not saying like the relationship is over when it has roadblocks. It's just saying there's some maturation that needs to go on. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm just gonna cover the part right there. Y'all know how they be on here. Anything else, and I'm gonna read what the book says. It's just all about opportunities and taking the time you need to prepare yourself and do the work that's necessary. We have washer at the ford and consequences. So I need to read consequences, and then we can go into washer at the ford. But I do remember what this meant, because I pulled this card for myself the other day when I was meditating on it. And it's like it's a blood moon back there. So the blood moon may be significant this year or upcoming year as well too. The blood moon. Okay. Yes, the blood moon. Okay, should I look it up? Hold on. Let me get my laptop, y'all. Ow. I'm in here beat my own ass. Are you beating your own ass, Aries? Oh. Sorry, guys. Oh, shit. You know, I be calling myself prepared when I come over here in my little workspace. And I still be needing shit. So maybe it's also like this, Aries, y'all call yourself being prepared in y'all space. Oh, goddamn. I'm dropping stuff. Ooh. Maybe this is y'all. Maybe it's like stuff is like happening and you feel like you prepared or you feel like you set everything up, but like everything isn't necessarily set up. And yeah. Let me see. Blood full moon. It says a blood moon is a term for a full moon that appears red or ruddy. I feel like, was the Aries moon a blood moon? Let me see. Blood full moon 2025. So it says a blood moon occurred on September 7th through 8th due to a total lunar eclipse. Is that the one that was in Virgo? And these messages is for y'all. I know I'm looking it up, but this is me giving you detail to give you a timeline of where there's something began or started and where you are now, and you just supposed to take the message I'm giving to you and compare it to this timeline that I'm giving you, or even this portal. You may have entered a portal or a portal closed. I look at full moon as, you know, things coming to a close, but also things coming to a head or a beginning or like an entry. It just whatever you resonate with, in my opinion. What's zodiac sign? Oh, excuse me. It was in Pisces. They said it also was the corn moon. It says astrologically, a lunar eclipse is Pisces is associated with emotional breakthrough, spiritual development, and new beginnings. I believe Aries, what this is giving is, you know how I just took the time to look up the blood full moon and I took a sign that I had, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I doubted. I was like, should I even do that? Not that I'm lazy or nothing, but like, you know, sometimes the sign is just a sign and that's enough, but sometimes you have to take that extra next step to actually go do the, it's like you have to take the next step to get the further detail, the rest of the message. And it's like, maybe sometimes you're not fully doing that, sometimes you're not really fully putting in the full effort, and it's affecting something coming into full harvest or full culmination for you. It's something that's well within an experience and you're just not allowing yourself to do it. You may as well relate to the Fool card. You're not allowing yourself to fully fall within the situation or the scenario, and that's also preventing you to mature and have a full experience. It could be blocking your finances, it could be provoking you, it could be interrupting something with your love life, and now you're suffering some sort of consequences. This card here, the Washer at the forward, basically she is someone that is cleaning something for somebody else that is someone is coming to retrieve. She is literally washing the blood off of something. So I don't know if your cycle is significant or it was just a deep purification process, and you can still be male even if you don't have a cycle, but it's something about the purification or the cut off in the beginning of the Pisces moon. Maybe you did not cut something off for that, and for that reason there is still some blockages with you having something come into harvest or illumination. You know, Pisces in the detriment can deal with our own self-beliefs, our own self-sabotage, things we overindulge in, things that we can't quite let go of, hindrances, blockages, things that unseen or that are playing off in the unconscious mind that we may need to tap into. Death energy is also very significant with Pisces energy, so definitely like that dying energy, in a metaphorical way, not in an actual way. Yeah, Pisces, the final sign. I'm just reading more because Spirit is directing me to. What else we have? Yeah, like even for example, it says Virgo, releasing outdated beliefs. So that moon was definitely about releasing something. It's also something with people, places, and things sending you a lot of mixed messages, Aries, about who you are, what you have, and what you deserve and what you desire. And and from what I'm feeling is like it's time for you to come clean. It's time for you to release yourself of what other people's opinions are of you. And if this is a relationship to where maybe you are trying your best and you're not quite at the level that they need you to be at, but maybe it's not you, maybe it's them type shit, then cut their ass off. Or vice versa, like you playing, you're not being serious, or you're not just taking that like final step or that extra step. But again, it could be because you're scared to fall with that Fool card energy and you're scared to just kind of let yourself go with the flow. Let me see what else. Let me read the Morrigan. Y'all, this book is called the Morrigan. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing this right. I'm just very country, okay? Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. We have an authority figure, a male energy that may be present in your energy. This could be you or somebody else. This could be where some blockages are. It says consequences. It says, ooh, broken oaths, cursing, and misfortune. We're not just talking about karma, good and bad. What you put out, you gonna get back. And the name is Bob, like Badb, like bad, or Bob. It says, okay, so it says Bob stands naked before a burning building. The Dergus hostel. So these cards are they come based off of like an Irish, off of, is it Ireland? Don't let me lie to y'all. They was calling me, and I'm like, yeah, Irish, like goddesses and mythology and Greekology and things like that, and their spirits and things like that. So work with me with the pronunciation, is it enunciation of the words, or how to pronounce the words, if that makes sense. Well, enunciate also deals with pronouncing things. So yeah. So it says the Durga's hostile. Ravens fly frizzing around her. She stands in a cursing pose. It says with one hand behind her back, one eye covered, and standing on one foot. On her neck and below her eye is, y'all, this word is Huta, and Agum, traditionally associated with cursing. Oh my gosh. On her chest is a sun and moon, representing that the curse will last for all the suns and all the moons of time. So deeply that the king has offended the goddess by breaking his vows. Ooh. So, ooh, what you do? It says in the story of the Durga's hostel, King Kanair has several gaish or magical taboos placed on him, almost all of which he breaks. Often Bab tests the worth of heroes and kings by putting them in situations where the easy solution is to break their gaish to test their worthiness. Oh my gosh, you're being tested. You're being tested, Aries. It says, while staying at the Durga's hostel, Bab appears to Kanair. So the goddess appears to the king, asking for interest. The king's last guise, which is like a magical test or something like that they're being tested on, was to not admit a lone woman into his home after the sun has set. And it says if he refuses, he would be breaking the rules of hospitality. But Bab, which is the goddess, reminds him of this and mocks him and speaks to him in a cursing pose. He lets her in, breaking the final guise and sealing his fate. Having broken all his vows, the hostel is burned down and Kanair loses his life. God damn. I'm sorry. And it says, what promises have you broken to yourself or others? Ooh. It says, are you being truthful to yourself or others? And when this card appears, it's time to be authentic and open up to your own flaws and mistakes. I said that. I says the consequences of your action, that's that karma, cannot be avoided. They will come back to haunt you if you do not acknowledge and own them. It says this card can represent, and this is this card here. This card can represent misfortune or cross circumstances in relation to the situation. It can also signify oaths or vows that have been broken. And that's what Six of Spades is. It's like detriment energy, misfortune energy, mishaps, like bad oaths, bad energy, just things consistently happen. And that's of course like a love card. Again, this is someone who is immature, a dark-haired man usually. I'm getting blue eyes as well too, a male figure. So it's definitely something about maturation, not putting the time in, not putting the energy in, not doing what is necessary for you to receive what it is that you want to have. And maybe you're giving like a little egotistical energy to where like you're expecting to receive that anyway. Uranus is the genius card, and it's not knocking your, you know, your innovation or your invention or how smart you are. If anything, maybe that could be getting in the way, or these type of energies are sort of combating, because it's like Uranus is a communicator and the third house is giving like Mercury energy. So it's almost like Uranus and Mercury is beefing. I always say Uranus is like the higher mind, and then Mercury is like your normal mental mind. So it's like these two energies could be combating you, and that's creating a provocation or provoking energy, which isn't allowing some sort of new beliefs and new things come in for you that you truly value. And this could be affecting your love life or your finances or what you truly want to manifest and create. And it's given immature because maybe you're holding yourself back consciously or unconsciously, or maybe you think you're not having to do the necessary work to release this or combat this, or you're skipping a step. Like maybe you just want to do all of the physical things, but not maybe like the metaphysical or like the shadow work, if that makes sense. Like maybe like you want to I want to learn how to cook, but I don't want to necessarily watch no videos and read no books or take time to study or look up no ingredients or look up no directions. I just want to put shit together and hope it tastes good. Now, in hindsight 2020, that completely can work because people do really learn how to cook. But in this way, in this process, the universe is saying, no, I need you to go about it this way. I need you to take the time. I need you to research. I need you to do those extra things so that you can refine yourself and get the extra knowledge that you need so that would be perfected. And it usually takes less time. And even though that's an example, that's the kind of energy I'm getting. It says this card can represent misfortune or cross circumstances in relation to the situation. It can also signify oaths or vows have been broken. Yeah, and you could be actually communicating yourself. Because usually when I pull third house messages right here with the Black Moon astrology card, sometimes for me it is giving like you know, you yourself is receiving mixed messages, but you yourself is giving mixed messages, right? Especially in a connection with somebody. Like, if you ready to settle down, but don't be playing with nobody. Or if you say y'all living together and you gonna pay so much of the rent or so many of the bills, like, when are you gonna do that? It's definitely about male or female. I keep talking about men, and it ain't no shade, but it's just giving, like, if you say something, do something, hold it. You know what I'm saying? Stand up, be a man, like, keep your word. And if you can't keep your word, then you might need to go back to where you came from or get out of the booth, because it's giving very much like old girl said, like the king got cursed because at the so many times he had to get his payback, and you're not gonna die, but it is giving like very much like something is gonna end, something is gonna come back. Let me see anything else. I'm gonna reread this just to see if anything else pops out. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know if this message is resonating with you. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The Venus card is out here. And Aries is Mars energy, which is the masculine, and Venus is the feminine energy. So they're also, again, it's that feminine and masculine principle. Like I said, you could be really physical or very actionary, but maybe not sitting down, meditating, taking the direction that you need to create something that you need to create, or to get that final like meditation or like initiation or intuitive download to take the next step. It's just something about something is missing, or you're not doing something, or something is incomplete, but you're still expecting a final result or like a final praise, or like you're still expecting it to work out. And it's like, well, you're not putting everything you need to put in it. So why do you expect this? Why do you have this type of expectation? Why do you think this outcome is going to come? Let me see. That is Washer at the Ford. I'm going to read hers. It says the keywords are cleansing, release, and washing away. It says a lot, but I'm going to skim a little bit. It says the washerwoman crouches upon the rocks of a river ford, washing a cloth with taloned fingers. It talks about the trees in the back. She's cleansing, and where she's at, it represents cleansing, protection, and new beginnings, and it's carved around the necklace around her neck. On her face, though, there is a look of resignation to her face. It says, as she waits for the cloth's owner to come to her. Exactly, she cleaning something for somebody else. So, it says the Russian River carries away the bloody evidence of that which must be cleansed. Water flows from the waterfall behind her, and the dark night of descends, the rising moon illuminating the trees as she waits. Okay, let me see what the divinatory means. It says the washer at the ford, the hooded one, she who mourns for those whose lives have been cut short, and she who presents us with our choices in this life. The algam birth worn on the pendant about her neck represents purification. Traditionally, birch was used for cleansing and purifying the body and home. It says this algam carries connotations of purity and sacredness, and it also can be used for healing purposes. It is asking you what is no longer serving you, what is holding you back from achieving your purpose, what do you need to wash away to grow and move forward. See, that's what I was talking about with that Pisces blood moon, and erasing like limiting beliefs and things like that, self-sabotage, overindulgence and things like that, maybe like greed, ego, things like that. That Taurus energy could be blocking you. Maybe you're too much in it. It says, or do you change direction, cleanse yourself of the old, that which holds back, and take a new path? The choice is yours. So definitely something about dying needs to die so something new that can be born. But I'm getting it's something internal within you mentally, or something with your actions that need to change. But it's something about growth and maturation. Again, this is a general message, and it's coming out very general instead of specific. Sometimes if you hear my messages, they are more specifically detailed, and sometimes it's just an overall energy I'm supposed to just read, because like I said, it'd be a lot of energy, and y'all have a lot of energy, because I'm literally over here like, well, whatever. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to see this that have Aries aspects. But overall, just know, like, whatever it is you want to achieve, you can achieve, Aries, but you are going to have to pay the price to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? If you, you know, do the work to do the time, you know, pay for the crime, if that makes sense. Like, you're going to have to put in that effort to get the result that you want in the end. Or it's just not going to come to fruition. Or you are going to manifest and create something, but it's not going to be necessarily what you want or what you wish to have, if that makes sense. It's going to be subpar. It's not going to be based off your true values or your true beliefs with that Taurus energy right there. So it's almost like a you against you type energy. You want to maybe make sure you're doing everything you can, though, because you have that love energy there, that feminine energy there. But again, it's just, I really do think you're getting mixed messages, but it's like, who is it coming from and why? And like I said, it was an authority figure energy that's popping up. So who are you getting your advice from? Is it time for you to just get your advice from your son, you know, yourself, and grow up? Are you a son? I don't know. Maybe if you are a woman watching this, like, I could just be genuinely just talking about your masculine energy and you to tap in more and you to really balance it out, because sometimes women are too, like, much in their masculine and not enough in their feminine, or vice versa. So it's just about finding harmony and making sure you keep your word and making sure you do what is necessary for you to grow and mature or have the outcome that you truly want and desire. That's overall what I'm getting. So let me see. One more card is coming to me. Yeah, so definitely tap into your intuition. Tap into what you actually, you know, see and feel, not necessarily like emotionally, but like what you can really like release within yourself. See with yourself, see with your mind's eye. So again, that's that masculine and feminine energy that may be combating and going across each other. You must tap into that energy. I'm getting, you must tap into the energy so you can completely come into full harmony and full combination of that what you want. That full moon energy is very, very symbolic for you energy, for your energy, Aries. The Aries full moon as well may be important, so you may want to look back at that time as well in that portal and that type of energy, because that was approaching, that was a full moon in October for the full moon in Aries, like the first week of October, and then there was the 10-10 portal. You know what I'm saying? And then September had like hella eclipses. Excuse me. So it's like the last 2 or 3 months, and then we just had an 11-11 portal. So the last 2 or 3, 90 days or so have been very, very climactic, and you may just be in a point to where like you're struggling with the old and letting it go so that the new can be here. And the new, and maybe at the same time, let me break it down like this. There's nothing wrong with the old, but it's maybe like you are matured and you are ready to let go, and the new is just waiting on you to accept yourself in that new way, because you have new values, you have new beliefs, and it's requiring more out of you. Or it could be like, again, that relationship. The relationship don't have to, you know, you don't have to be a breakup, but it's like now this relationship is requiring more out of you because y'all have upgraded. You have matured. The relationship itself has matured. So it's like, what do you want to do? How do you want to move forward? And you notice, and it's almost giving like your own self, it's like triggering yourself, or things around you are starting to happen, or even just speak to you louder and louder and show you like, now you know this should be moving forward. Now you know you should be, you know, doing more. You know you should be blah 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 blah. Now you know. And that's that kind of grand provoker energy. It's like, what are you trying to do? And that's your soul talking to you. Your soul is like, I'm ready for more. I'm ready for the next chapter. Are you gonna allow me to be in the next chapter? Are you listening to me? Are you ready for us to move forward so we can have more things of value? Are you ready to like let the things go and release? Because if not, it may not be the outcome that we want. We may be pushed back. We may be stifled. We may not get what we want to need and deserve. We may lose somebody we really care about. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We may just earn what we always earn. We may not hit that next level. And love is definitely significant, okay, you guys? So thank y'all so much. If you want your own detailed message, email me at spiritualoasissashay@gmail.com. Bye. And 33 minutes is on the clock, so that is the master teacher number. So look up that too, Aries. Bye.